Have you ever been in love with a girl, convinced that she's sending you all the signals of affection, only to find out she's just being polite with you? I'm sure you've experienced this, and it's very unpleasant. How do you differentiate simple politeness from genuine interest? Have you ever wondered about this? It's crucial to know because it can help you avoid awkward situations, disappointments, or missed opportunities. In this video, I'll tell you about 3 main signs by which you can determine a woman's feelings towards you, body language, tone of voice, and conversation topics. After watching this video, you'll be better able to understand women and communicate with them more confidently. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you enjoy the video. And now, let's get started. Number 1. The first sign by which you can differentiate politeness from sympathy is body language. Body language refers to how a woman carries herself, smiles, looks at you, and touches you. A woman who sympathizes with you will demonstrate an open and relaxed body posture. She might straighten her shoulders, spread her arms or legs, lean towards you, or nod her head. She'll frequently glance at you, smile, and maintain eye contact. She'll also touch you, such as touching your hand, shoulder, or back, or giving you a hug when meeting or parting. These are all ways to show you her attention and interest. A woman who is just being polite with you will exhibit a closed and tense body posture. She might hunch her shoulders, cross her arms or legs, lean away from you, or shake her head. She might look at you but won't hold your gaze, shifting it to other objects or people. She won't touch you or will do so very rarely and unobtrusively. These are all ways to show you her respect and distance. Number 2. The second sign by which you can differentiate politeness from sympathy is tone of voice. Tone of voice refers to how a woman speaks to you, whether she uses endearing words and expressions. A woman who sympathizes with you will speak warmly and amiably. She'll use a high and soft tone of voice that reflects her emotions and mood. She'll use endearing words and expressions like, darling, sweetie, or, you're amazing. She'll laugh at your jokes, praise you for your accomplishments, or compliments. She'll address you informally, you, instead of a formal, Mr. or Miss, or by name. These are all ways to show you her closeness and attachment. A woman who is just being polite with you will speak to you in a cold and formal manner. She'll use a low and steady tone of voice that indicates her restraint and neutrality. She won't use endearing words and expressions, but will address you by your surname or title. She'll politely react to your jokes, achievements, or compliments, but without enthusiasm. She'll speak formally, Mr. or Miss, or with respect. These are all ways to show you her correctness and professionalism. Number 3. The third sign by which you can differentiate politeness from sympathy is conversation topics. Conversation topics refer to what a woman talks to you about and how she shows interest in you. A woman who sympathizes with you will discuss personal and emotional matters. She'll ask you questions about your life, hobbies, family, dreams, or feelings. She'll share her stories, opinions, experiences, or desires with you. She'll try to find common interests, views, or values with you. She'll keep the conversation going and prolong it. These are all ways to show you her interest and openness. A woman who is just being polite with you will talk about superficial and rational things. She'll listen to you, but won't ask you many questions or express her opinion. She'll talk to you about work, the weather, news, or other general topics. She won't share her personal details, emotions, or plans with you. She'll avoid conflicts, arguments, or criticism with you. She'll conclude the conversation and won't extend it. These are all ways to show you her politeness and neutrality. But remember, these are just guidelines, not absolutes. Every woman is unique, and context always matters. But armed with these tools in your arsenal, You'll confidently navigate the minefield of social interactions and be able to determine whether she's merely behaving nicely or genuinely feeling for you. Practical advice. Now that you know what signs can indicate politeness or affection from a woman to a man, it's time to provide practical advice on how to recognize affection. Observe her behavior in different situations. Observe the woman in various situations and compare her behavior towards you and others. This will help you see how she changes her facial expressions, gestures, tone of voice, and conversation topics depending on whom she interacts with. For example, pay attention to the following. How does she look at you compared to others? If she gazes at you longer than at others and maintains eye contact when you look at her, it might signal affection. If she looks at you similar to others or frequently gets distracted by other things, it might indicate politeness. How does she smile at you and others? If she smiles broadly, genuinely, and frequently at you, it could be a sign of affection. If she offers only slight smiles, in a formal manner and infrequently, it might indicate politeness. How does she touch you and others? If she frequently and gently touches you, like taking your hand, hugging you, or kissing your cheek, it could indicate affection. If she avoids physical contact with you or does so infrequently and casually, such as a handshake, pat on the shoulder, or accidental touch, it might indicate politeness. How does she talk to you and others? If she speaks warmly, amiably, and with interest, using endearing words and expressions, laughing at your jokes and praising you, it could be a sign of affection. If she talks to you coldly, formally, and neutrally, using generic words and expressions, politely reacting to your jokes and compliments, but without enthusiasm, it might indicate politeness. What does she talk about with you and others? If she talks to you about personal and emotional matters, asks you questions about your life, hobbies, family, dreams, or feelings, shares her stories, opinions, experiences, or desires, tries to find common interests, views, or values with you, it could be a sign of affection. If she talks about superficial and rational topics with you, listens but doesn't ask many questions or express her opinions, talks about work, weather, news, or other general subjects, doesn't share personal details, emotions, or plans, avoids conflicts, arguments, or criticism with you, it might indicate politeness. If you notice that a woman behaves differently with you, showing more signs of affection than politeness, it's likely that she likes you. If you notice she treats you similarly to others, displaying more signs of politeness than affection, perhaps she doesn't find you romantically appealing. However, remember, this isn't an exact science, just general recommendations. Every woman is unique and may behave differently. Therefore, don't rely solely on these signs. Also listen to your intuition, feelings, and common sense. Take action. Don't fear taking risks and making moves. This is the only way to truly find out what a woman thinks about you. If you wait for her to give you a signal, you might miss your chance or remain stuck in the friend zone for a long time. Be proactive, demonstrate your interest and intentions. Here are a few examples of what you can do. Give her a compliment. Complimenting is a simple and effective way to show a woman that you notice and appreciate her. You can compliment her appearance, clothing, hairstyle, eyes, or smile. But don't overdo it or make compliments too frequently or forcefully. Also, remember that a compliment should be sincere, personal, and appropriate. Her reaction will help you understand how she feels about you. If she responds with a smile, gratitude, or returns a compliment, it might indicate affection. If she responds with distrust or indifference, it might indicate politeness. Invite her on a date. A date is an excellent way to get to know a woman better and determine if there's chemistry and compatibility between you. You can invite her to the movies, a restaurant, park, museum, or any place where you can spend time together and enjoy each other's company. However, remember that the date should be interesting, romantic, and comfortable. Her response will help you understand her feelings toward you. If she agrees to go with you or suggests another day or place, it might indicate affection. If she declines or says she has no time or interest, it might indicate politeness. Call her or send her a message. Making a call or sending a message is a good way to stay in touch with a woman and show her that you're thinking of her and care about her. You can call her or text her to ask how she's doing, wish her a good morning or good night, share your plans or news. Talk about your thoughts or feelings, or simply joke or flirt. However, remember that the call or message should be brief, pleasant, and unobtrusive. Her response will help you understand how she feels about you. If she responds quickly, elaborately, and emotionally, it might indicate affection. If she responds slowly, briefly, and dryly, it might indicate politeness. Don't fear rejection or mistakes. It's part of the communication and dating process. You can't appeal to every woman, and not all women might appeal to you. This is normal and natural. The essential thing is not to lose your confidence, optimism, and desire to find your love. Remember that every rejection or mistake is an experience that makes you stronger, wiser, and better. Sooner or later, you'll find the woman who sympathizes with you, and you'll sympathize with her. And then, you'll be happy together.